He done knocked his daggum head off. Tell him what you're shooting.
This is my boomstick.
What's up, guys? Pat here, and I have got the Tokarev TX3 Hammer. And hammer it daggum does. This video is actually in response to a couple of you guys at home. You've emailed me asking to do home defense on a budget, and this thing comes in less than $2 I don't understand how it could get any more budget. Background check, taxes, and everything on this thing would literally come in less than $2 So, what are we getting for that? Is this thing any good? Well, this thing actually is pretty decent. It's a Turkish-made shotgun. It's imported by SDS Imports out of Knoxville, and they're the ones that handle the TSOS pistols. This is the TSOS 1911s that I've been messing with, or how I learned about SDS Imports. So now this Tokarev is brought into the country by them too, and it's done so at a very nice price. Now they've got some TX12s that have got some nickel finish and some wood and some other stuff that steps the point up just a little bit, and then they've got quite a bit of accessories for this thing too. But now we're going to have our own accessories here in just a little bit. Just because you didn't spend a lot on the gun doesn't mean you can't make it nice over time. So, you know, the immediate need for this home defense for less than $200 is met instantly. Then as you save up, this thing will accept $500 and $590 furniture. So anything that fits the $500 and $590 will fit this, and we're gonna slam some really nice wood on this from Woox. The way that I found out about Woox is I wound up with one of the Woox Legenda knives, and I really enjoyed that knife. The finish on it, the carbon fiber and all that, I thought was pretty daggum sharp. And of course, those pieces, you can buy it as a set or you can buy them individually as your budget allows. So now my son and I, we've really been enjoying this thing. And yes, YouTube, he is 18 years old. But what I was actually doing with him the other day is I was showing him how to do low round count manipulations. So basically, when it comes to a shotgun, if you're not moving or shooting, you need to be reloading. If this thing isn't fed, you're not in the fight. So showing him how to run the pump, feed through the ejection port was a lot of fun, and he enjoyed it. Matter of fact, I have to go buy him a bunch of birdshot because he wants to keep doing that. So I need to get him loaded up. And of course, we're teaching the next generation, which is really cool. So what are the features that you're getting for less than $2? Well, this thing is 2 3/4 and 3-inch chamber. We have an 18.5-inch barrel. The stock is black polymer, which keeps this thing nice and light. The capacity is 5+1, which we were actually getting 6+1 with certain 2 3/4 inch shells. The sights, we just have a black front sight base. The finish is anodized. It's actually got a really nice anodized finish. It's not too slick and it's not too grippy. The overall length of this is 38 inches and it weighs 6 pounds 2 ounces. And the choke is a fixed cylinder choke. Now this thing patterns pretty good. With it being a fixed cylinder choke, you can run buckshot, you can run slugs, you can run whatever you need. So what we have here, I have just outfitted this thing with some cheap little Velcro loops, you know, just for the home defense. I thought that these would actually work really good because, you know, the gun comes in at $179 MSRP, and that is current for right now in spring of 2024. It may go up later, so you guys watching 5 years from now, don't get mad at me. But with it being $179, these little ammo cards, there were 4 of them that come in off of Amazon for like $18, and I said, hey, that still fits under the $2 budget. But no, I'm not going to link to these. I'm not going to recommend these because under use, they're starting to fray. I think I'm going to have to either take the things off, or use a little bit of super glue or a lighter to start getting where they're fraying so that they stop.
That's an $18 Chinese part from Amazon.
Yeah, that's true.
But even at that, if you're really rocking this shotgun, they want to move. They want to go up and down, and matter of fact, a couple of them fell out, so not going to truly recommend those. But now, let's go ahead and put this sweet freaking furniture on this thing. So now it is yet another beautiful sunny day. It's just a little bit windier, but check this out, man. We have got this thing decked out with the Woox furniture. Now this is a really good feel. I like how our cheek weld is just a little bit better because we've got a higher comb on this. We get our face down there and really look down that barrel. Of course, this Gladiator forearm has got M-lock. We've got 3 slots on the left, 3 slots on the right, and this is just begging for me to put a flashlight on this. I'm gonna get me an M-lock mounted flashlight and put it on the side. So now you just said, hey Pat, why in the world would you take a budget shotgun and slap a bunch of fancy furniture on it? Well, quite frankly, because you're on a budget doesn't mean you can't be just a little bit bougie. But now, we're talking home defense. The longest room in my house is 15 yards, so let's see how this thing would pattern on a suspect of about 12 inches by 22. Wham! So as luck would have it, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. My white spray paint petered out, so all I had was Battleship Gray. Well, we can still see right here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of 9 pellets. And they are covering about a distance of that. So now, that is not bad. That would absolutely give someone a bad day, especially if that shot were just a little bit higher, upper thoracic. You know, it would have been a showstopper for our home invader, and we've done this for less than 2 Benjamins. So far, so good. Our little budget shotgun is now looking pretty daggum bougie. Everything went together pretty well, except for the exception of right here at the rear of the receiver. So the furniture, the little flange adapter and the furniture just fit. But the only problem that I had was I had to chase the back of the threads in the receiver and then chase the bolt with their respective tap and die. Somewhere between Italy and Turkey and America and however it goes, that thread just didn't want to go all the way. So like I said, all I had to do is just chase them. We weren't rethreading, we weren't removing material, just enough to you know, make the threads copacetic. So this has been rock solid. It's working out really well. I'm definitely liking the way this turned out. The only thing I'm having an issue with are these little Amazon ammo cards. We talked about them earlier. They're fraying. Well, this one, if you watch it, it'll talk to you because the Velcro is actually starting to separate off the back. So there were 4 of these cards getting used in rotation. You know, I was using them and allowing my son to rip these off and replace them and use them kind of like a magazine, so to speak. That's what these ammo cards are for. If you're really going to be, you know, tactical with it, you'd have these on your chest or something, and you'd literally just rip them off your plate carrier and then throw them back on the gun, throw it back on here, however you would do it. But if you notice, I didn't put Velcro on the stock because these things are, quite frankly, they're falling apart and it's not worthy of putting it on the stock. So now, cool thing about this stock here is we've got some adjustability. So right here we've got a pretty decent butt pad. That butt pad is decently soft, and we've got some length of pull spacers here. So if you need this thing to be shorter, we got 5 of them here. So 1, 2, 3, oh no, we got 4 of them here. One of them is a faux, it's part of the butt pad. So there are 4 length of pull spacers here. Then on the back side of it, we've got a quick detach for a sling. So you could use a QD, and then we'd have to interface that with just a regular interface right here on the front, just your traditional sling stud. And yes, this thing is still working great. This is a project that I would consider a win. So now, a huge thank you to my buddy Adam. YouTube ad revenue isn't always the best, so getting new guns to be able to show you is kind of a big deal, so thanks Adam. Now when it comes to Woox, I reached out to Woox. This doesn't make me any money. It's not an affiliate program or anything like that. I've got a code that I can put down in the description box that'll save you guys 10%. Like I said, I'm not getting a kickback. It's just my thank you to you as the viewer. So, would I do this again? I think I would. I'm definitely liking the hammer. I'm definitely liking the Woox. This turned out pretty good. We're just, like I said, giving a thumbs down to the ammo card. Those ammo cards from Amazon just did not do the greatest. So, y'all have a wonderful day. We'll catch up in the next video. I love you.